Hey everybody, it's Richard at Richard's Vinyl Tap House. It's early morning Thursday, mid-September. I have an awful lot of records coming in this month for some crazy reason. A lot of them were pre-orders and they're just starting to show up in September. I knew this was going to be a crazy month, so I'm dividing my September finds video into two parts, mid-month and end of month. This round, I want to talk about four new issues, one reissue, and a bunch of more bargain finds. Um, let's start off with possibly my favorite one. This is Feeder's reissue of Comfort in Sound from 2002. Feeder, you guys know if you've been with me for a while, one of my favorite bands. This kind of marks the first time that the band has reissued something from way back when their drummer took its life in 2002, and this was like the first album post that happening. So it's kind of an introspective album. Really pretty aqua blue vinyl reissue. This had a lot of singles that came off of it. Just the way I'm feeling, come back around. Forget About Tomorrow and Find the Color. I think we're all singles off of this one. Probably, this could be a good starting point for anyone who's going, what the heck's Feeder all about? It's not their most, it's a guitar oriented album, but it's not their most guitar oriented album. To me, that'd be a lot of their earlier stuff. But anyway, yeah, reissue of Feeder's Comfort in Sound is fantastic. This one, I'm glad I picked this up. This is Led Zeppelin's live EP. Four songs, but don't let that stop you. Only four songs, but what songs they are. In My Time of Dying, Trampled Underfoot, Stick Again, and Kashmir from two different tours in 75 and 79. Fantastic. This is like, Zeppelin at their prime. Some of these songs are just like epically long, 11 minutes, 9 minutes, the whole out. I mean, it's an EP, four songs, and it clocks in about 30 minutes, so it's well worth it. Yeah, great little album, EP, sorry. Black vinyl, but I don't care about that. This sounds fantastic, well worth picking up. I'll be spinning that a lot this month. Okay, a new album from one of my favorite UK bands, Shame. I want to say it's their fourth album, maybe their fifth album. Cutthroat. Shame are kind of along the same vein as Fontaine's DC in a way. They're almost parallel in the way they change up their sound almost every single album. For some reason, Cutthroat lays heavy on Mother Effer, which seems to crop up in almost every single song. Not quite sure why, but no, the track list is epically good, and the vinyl is just plain old boring black, but well worth checking out. This one might, definitely hit my top 10 with repeated listens. It's early days, but I do like these guys. They got egos on them. They have a hype sticker that says bestseller and cult classic, and it just came out. Yeah, right. Um, it's up there with the rest of their catalog. They've undergone a lot of changes in their sound over the years. This next band is, I think, kind of a Canada slash North American band hybrid. Alex Lifeson's sort of post rock Rush project. Envy of None. Envy of None are interesting, and everything has been said that they sound like nothing like Rush is 100% true. This is not, heavy metal Alex Lifeson shredding like crazy. Alex Lifeson kind of peppers this album with guitar work. It's almost like he got all of the tracks, took them to a studio, and just did his magic over these. And his work definitely adds some flavor to the album. Female fronted band. I picked this up and I've had this on repeat. Like, I think the first day I picked it up, I played it 3 times. It was like, it's interesting. It's different. I can't really even describe it. My only criticism would be that vocally it sounds very samey, but this one is more interesting than the first album, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second. So, Envy of None's new one called Stygian Waves, with pronunciation key for those who need that. I needed this one. Is this on colored vinyl? I don't remember. The inner sleeve is very interesting. Nope, black vinyl. But check out this inner sleeve picture. I just love that. I thought it was cute. It does have an insert of art. Is that just information or is that lyrics? Information. There we go. Lyrics on the inside. So you can follow along. It is a good album. It is a strong album. And comparing it to their first album, which I also picked up, this is one of my bargain finds. Anyway, I've known about this album for a while. I've heard that it was nothing like Rush, and I was just kind of like, yeah, maybe not interested. I streamed it a few times, liked it, but wasn't in love with it, and it was also always really expensive anytime I found it. But my local record store, literally almost a walk from my house, had this on sale, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll give this a go. Why not? This is less, while that newer album is more Alex forward. There's just more. It's apparent that Alex Lifeson is playing a lot of guitars on the new one. It's not readily apparent on this one, where he literally just kind of peppers some of the songs with guitars. But again, fascinating album, a little repetitious in the vocal style, just gotta say. But lush, pretty album, worth checking out, especially if you're a Rush fan. Why not? Another bargain find and another reissue. I've wanted to pick up Two Boy Army's very first album with Gary Newman. This is the punky side of Gary Newman that some people have a bigger appreciation for. It took me a while to really get into this. It's just a black reissue, black vinyl reissue. There is a colored one too. I needed this because my original is just, I'm not going to say it's trash, but I played it out a lot when I was first getting into Newman in the late 70s, early 80s. And this is well worth checking out if you want to kind of get a feel for early Newman and what his punk leanings were. This is a guitar-heavy album versus synth-heavy. There's a little bit of both. But similar, androidy vibe a little bit, but they were really trying just to get signed, and punk bands were getting signed in the late 70s, so that was the focus of this. Still love this classic Newman image. This album was a bargain find, and I'm really glad I found this. This is a reissue of Black Box Recorders. England Made Me. They're out of the UK. This is an utterly fascinating album. Very thematic for being about kind of life in a desolate, financially depressed England. This came out in the 90s. 25th anniversary edition. And this came out in 2020. Okay, so late 90s. 98-ish. I have every album these guys did. I think they did 3 in a B-sides comp or something, box set that I have. But they're all on CD. And when I saw this, I was like, do I have this? I knew England Made Me, but the cover art on this is different than what was released in the States. Typical. Super album, very minimalist, but very, very fascinating. This is on plain old black vinyl. Sad but true. But do stream this. This is a interesting little album. It's very complex and kind of hard to describe. But I absolutely love it, and I'm glad I found that one. These last two, Just bargain finds. Again, my record store was just discounting stuff because they had like a preponderance of them. This is a band called Brad. The album's called Shame, the debut album from Brad, out of Seattle area. Yeah, grunge era, but not really a grunge album. It has grunge leanings because Stone Gossard is in here doing amazing guitar work. Um, it To me, it just kind of leans a little bit more heavy on alt rock, grunge slash bluesy. There's a bluesy vibe to this, and very jam band. It sounds like they just kind of went into the studio, started jamming, and the songs formed. That's really kind of what I take from this. 20th Century was, I guess, a minor single off of this, but definitely worth checking out. Yeah, not a Pearl Jam album by any means whatsoever. Last one, Lemonheads. Now, I know Lemonheads from It's a Shame About Ray, which a song I love and adore, but didn't really pay much attention to their next one, which they call the Perfect Pop album. I don't know about that, but this is Come On Feel. It's a double album reissue with a lot of B-sides and covers, so which makes it rather interesting. There they are. Hello, Evan Dando and Friends. This one does come on colored vinyl, so it's red on this one. I want to say the other one is yellow. Real quick. Yep, yellow vinyl. Sound fantastic. The single off of this one that I remember is Into Your Arms, which was a fairly major-ish hit for them. But Lemonheads, this is good. I'm glad I picked these. I'm glad I picked up all of these. Just feel like I'm just getting way too many records to stay on top of. I have another few that I'll save for video number 2, which will be end of the month, beginning of next month. This thing's gone on well over 12 minutes already. Sorry for the long one, but the next one may be longer. Who knows? Yeah, so that's part 1 of pickups for September. More to come. Have a great one. We'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.